Mobile phone services provider T-Mobile was involved in one of the biggest data breaches of 2023. A malicious hacker was able to steal the personal information for roughly 37 million customers. According to a T-Mobile press release, no customer accounts were put at risk directly by this event. However, the attacker was able to make off with customer names, addresses, emails, phone numbers, and dates of birth. How did this breach happen? T-Mobile filed a notice with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. In the report, the hack was not discovered until January 5, 2023. The method for intrusion was through a single Insecure Application Programming Interface, or API. This allowed the hackers to connect to the application and to extract sensitive data. What was T-Mobile's response? After learning about the breach, T-Mobile started their investigation with external cybersecurity experts. They were able to trace the source of the activity and stop it within a day. According to T-Mobile, quote, "Our investigation is still ongoing, but the malicious activity appears to be fully contained at this time, and there is currently no evidence that the bad actor was able to breach or compromise our system or network." How could this have been prevented? As mentioned previously, this breach occurred to an insecure API, which allows the hackers to gain access to the company network and extract personal information. To prevent this issue, there are a few things a company could do. Make APIs private. If the API is only to be used by internal teams, it's important that it's kept private and not publicly exposed to the internet. Restrict API permissions. If you do have an API that is public, you need to make sure it's restricted to what it can be used for. Ensure the principle of least privilege and make sure that your API cannot be used for anything other than its intended purpose. User input validation. Make sure that any user input your API accepts is filtered to prevent common injection attacks by cross-site scripting, SQL injection, or command injection attacks. Use a web application firewall, or WAF. A good WAF can help to prevent potential attacks. Encrypt data. Make sure to encrypt API payload data that is sensitive to prevent data leakage. Summary. T-Mobile suffered a data breach caused by an insecure API that was publicly exposed to the internet. Over 37 million personal records of T-Mobile customers were exposed. The attack began in November of 2022, but was not detected until January 5, 2023. T-Mobile began their investigation and contained the incident within 24 hours. They have since notified the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and law enforcement of the data breach. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and visit our website to learn more about cybersecurity.